Have you ever paused to wonder just how quickly a simple text message or an intricate video can pop up on your screen, appearing as if by magic? Imagine a vast digital cosmos where each byte of information scurries through the void at astonishing speeds, much like countless stars streaking across the night sky. This is the thrilling reality of data transmission in our hyper-connected world, a genuine marvel of modern technology. But what is the secret to this incredible velocity? Behind the curtain, sophisticated back-end architectures tirelessly work to ensure that data not only travels swiftly, but also reaches its destination efficiently and reliably. Today, we take a closer look at these technological marvels, concentrating specifically on microservices and monolithic architectures in the realm of telecom cloud applications. Each architecture brings its own strengths and distinct challenges, influencing how data maneuvers through expansive networks. As we delve into these systems, you'll discover how they play a pivotal role in facilitating the seamless digital experiences you cherish. Let's explore these architectures further and understand their impact on your everyday digital interactions. What if you could only design a building using one enormous block of stone? Imagine building a massive fortress, but with just that single giant block. Impressive, right? But what if you need a new window? Monolithic architecture in software design is somewhat akin to this monumental fortress. It's a traditional model where all the components of an application, ranging from input handling and data processing to error management and user interface, are unified into a single platform. Think of it as a single, indivisible unit of software, where each component is interconnected and interdependent. In the realm of telecom, this architecture has been the backbone for managing large-scale, unified systems. It's like having a colossal switchboard where every call, every message, and every byte of data flows through a central hub. This setup makes initial deployment a breeze. There's just one large to set up, and voila, the system is running. However, as with any giant block, the issues begin when changes are needed. Imagine deciding to add a new service or update an existing feature within our fortress. Since everything is so tightly coupled, tweaking one part often means having to adjust everything else. It's like trying to add a window to our giant block of stone. You'd need to chisel out a part without bringing the whole structure down. Flexibility isn't the forte of monolithic architectures. Scaling up can be cumbersome because increasing the capacity often means scaling the entire system, not just the parts that need it. This is like having to reinforce the entire fortress just to secure a single wall. Moreover, in an industry as dynamic as telecom, where user demands and technologies evolve at breakneck speeds, being stuck with a rigid system can be quite the Achilles heel. It limits the ability to innovate and respond to market changes swiftly. So while our fortress stands strong, altering it is no small feat. Now, what if there was a more adaptable way to build? Now, picture constructing a village made up of small, specialized houses instead of one giant block. Welcome to the world of microservices architecture, where each house represents a unique, self-contained service. In the realm of telecom cloud applications, microservices architecture is akin to assembling a team of highly skilled ninjas, each expert in their own right, rather than relying on a single sumo wrestler who might be powerful but isn't particularly quick on his feet. Each microservice is designed to perform a specific function, operating independently but communicating effectively with its fellow services. What makes this approach so appealing? Well, first off, scalability. Imagine you need more space in your village for entertainment. Rather than rebuilding the whole block, you simply add another house or expand the existing one dedicated to leisure. This is how microservices allow telecom companies to scale specific functionalities without overhauling the entire system. Flexibility is another key advantage. Each service is like a Lego block. You can add, remove, or rearrange them without disrupting the entire structure. This agility is crucial in the fast-evolving telecom landscape, where customer demands and technology are as predictable as a plot twist in a telenovela. Now let's talk about deployment times. With microservices, updates or new features can be rolled out swiftly and more frequently. It's like if one house in the village needs a paint job, there's no need to evacuate the entire neighborhood. Just bring in the painters to that one house, and voila, job done without disturbing the peace. Moreover, each microservice can be developed using the best technology stack for its specific task, rather than being confined to the tools used for the entire application in a monolithic architecture. It's like each house in our village can be built using the most suitable materials, whether it's bamboo, brick, or stone, depending on its purpose. Each house or service in our village can be built, modified, or repaired independently, making adaptation swift and painless. Let's get real. How do these architectures stand up in the world of telecom cloud applications? Imagine a bustling telecom app, let's call it Telequick, that serves millions of users daily. The demand is unpredictable, sometimes surging wildly during events like New Year's Eve or a popular sports final. How would monolithic and microservices architectures handle this scenario? In a monolithic architecture, all components of Telequick are united in a single codebase. This architecture is like a high-rise building, everything under one roof. When there's a sudden spike in user demand, scaling up quickly becomes a challenge. You can't just add another floor to a high-rise in an instant. The entire system has to be scaled, which can be time-consuming and resource-heavy. This could lead to slower response times or even service downtimes, not exactly music to the ears of users eagerly trying to send their greetings or updates. Now let's flip the script to microservices. Here, Telequick is constructed like a village of small specialized huts, each performing a unique function, one for user authentication, another for message delivery, and so on. When there's a surge in demand, only the necessary services scale. For instance, if more users are sending messages, only the message delivery service scales up. This targeted scaling is more efficient and faster, keeping the app running smoothly even during peak times. But what about when a security threat looms on the horizon? In the monolithic setup, a single vulnerability can jeopardize the entire application. It's akin to having one key for every lock in your building. If it falls into the wrong hands, well, you can imagine the chaos. Conversely, in a microservices architecture, security can be implemented in a more granular fashion. Each service can have its own unique security protocols, akin to each hut in our village having its own customized security system. This compartmentalization significantly reduces the risk of a total system compromise. Service continuity is another critical aspect. In the monolithic world, if one component fails, it's like a domino effect, potentially toppling service availability across the board. However, with microservices, the failure of one service is less catastrophic. Other services can continue to operate, and often the failing service can be restarted independently without affecting the rest of the system. It's like having a backup generator for each hut in our village, ensuring that life goes on even if one hut loses power. Traffic management also shows distinct differences. Monolithic architectures often struggle with bottlenecks as all processes run through a single pipeline. Microservices, with their decentralized nature, enable more efficient data flow and management, allowing for smoother traffic handling and less congestion. As we've seen, the choice of architecture can profoundly impact the efficiency and resilience of telecom services. The right architecture not only meets current needs, but also anticipates future challenges, ensuring that telecom services can continue to evolve and thrive in an ever-changing digital landscape. As the telecom industry evolves, so does its backbone technology. Imagine the telecom network as a vast, bustling city. Previously, this city was a monolithic structure, a colossal block of buildings all interconnected, formidable yet somewhat rigid. Enter the era of microservices, where this city is no longer a single structure, but a collection of specialized neighborhoods, each adept at performing its unique function while seamlessly communicating with the others. The shift from monolithic to microservices architectures is akin to moving from a cumbersome, one-size-fits-all toolbox to a sleek, customizable tool belt tailored to meet specific needs. This transition is not just a trend, but a significant evolution in how telecom solutions are crafted and delivered. It mirrors the dynamic nature of modern technology, always adapting, always optimizing. Why is this shift crucial, you might wonder? Well, in the world of telecom, where milliseconds can define the quality of service, microservices offer the agility and speed that monolithic structures often struggle to match. They allow telecom companies to deploy, update, or scale specific parts of their service without disrupting the entire system. This means they can quickly adapt to new technologies or customer demands, a critical factor in staying relevant in this fast-paced industry. Consider the implications of this architectural metamorphosis. With microservices, innovation becomes more manageable and more iterative. Telecom companies are no longer behemoths, slow to pivot, but nimble entities capable of rapid evolution. This not only enhances service delivery, but also opens up new vistas for creativity and technological breakthroughs. As we gaze into the future, it's clear that the adoption of microservices will continue to reshape the landscape of telecom solutions. It promises a more resilient, flexible, and innovative framework, paving the way for advancements we are yet just beginning to imagine. What are your thoughts on this architectural evolution? Drop your comments below and subscribe to Cloud Genius Hub for more insights.